Hey guys, Jin Graves here, and just doing well, let me tell you first, I was sitting here watching a new movie that I got called Letters to Momo, and I didn't know, I wanted to do something about it, like a thing. So I decided why not try and figure out a way to do some of what I've already done and let you guys know basically like, hey, here is a particular like subgenre, something like that, and do a video on it. So anyway, just like Letters to Momo has its theme and whatnot, I figured why not yokai? Let's jump into it. So anyway, this is like seven ones that I recommend. So I'll give you the last one all the way up to the top one. Well, it's actually six. I have an honorable mention in there, but that's one that I haven't read yet, so I can't fully say, put the Jin Graves seal of approval on it and say, hey, this is one that you should go buy. Now, I've gotten it from a bunch of friends that said, hey, this is really good, you should read it. So, story behind that. Anyway, so number 7 that I would say that you guys should pick up and read is this one right here. This is Yokai Watch. This one is actually for a younger audience. And I mean, I enjoy this one. The simplicity of it is something that I really enjoy. Like I said, though, it is for kids. Basically, a kid gets a watch, helps them see yokai. Later on, there's a girl that gets a watch too, and she can see yokai as well. So it ends up being really cool. They also show you the pictures of who you're going to be reading about on the back, which is something else I love. They do have a lot. But like I said, this is one for kids. You've probably seen this show, or if you know about, you have a younger kid in your family or anything like that, this is probably one that they might have started watching or something like that. So you do have this one. It's by Noriyuki Kanishi, printed by Viz. Like I said, it is a really good series. I feel like this is one you would read to take the pressure off of you from all your other series. So I highly recommend that you jump into it if you haven't. Then the next one, Yokai Watch is ongoing. They are up to, I believe, book 11 right now. I haven't read 11, but I've read up to 10. So, and then they have this one. This one is out. This is the Yokai Rental Shop. Really good one. Highly recommend this one too. This is one that I got, and without even thinking, it was just great. This is a supernatural pet shop, basically. You get to see some of them in there. And it works really well. In 4 volumes, I feel like they could have pressed it out for 5 volumes, but oh well. So this one is really good though. Basically, it's a shop owner. This guy's mother dies, finds out he has a brother, half-brother from his yokai father that he doesn't know about, and his brother owns a yokai shop where he signs them out to do certain business, whatever it is, and he's always there to make sure that the contract's filled out. Costs a pretty nickel, everything to do that. So really good one. Like I said, highly recommend that one. Then we have this one, Nura, Rise of the Yokai Clan, and I have read most of this, not all the way yet, but this one is very good as well. Highly recommend it, because this one is one, basically it's a boy. He ends up, like at night, turning into this guy right here, and trying to figure out where to go from there. He is learning how to control his powers and stuff like that, and what he can do. So this one is a pretty good read as well. If you like more of the bloodline, going forward with it, having to overcome different stuff, I think it's like 25 volumes. It is really good too, though. Next one. This one is one that some people will like. It's not for everybody, but this is Yokai Girls. It is more of like a Euro manga. You know, because there are obviously Yokai Girls. You do get to see a little bit of partial nudity in it and stuff like that. But it is a very good series. I highly like this one just because of the main character. Other stuff that's in it, there's so much good stuff when it comes to this one. I feel like they just added in the partial nudity and stuff because they felt maybe it wouldn't have been as successful without it. So, but it is really good. Like I said, highly recommend this one. Then we have this one too. And I couldn't show it to you guys without basically pulling the whole series over here, because they don't actually include it all together as a series. It's different parts. After you read the first one, you could kind of skip around and do whatever you wanted. But it is a very good one. Highly recommended. I have another one of these ones that I need to read. But this one is Kitaro. This one specifically is the birth of Kitaro. And I like this artwork. I like how it's really cartoony, especially talking about something dark. I love that kind of stuff. So this is really good. There are like Kitaro shops over in Japan. There's like a bunch of stuff. But he's like a half yokai or a full yokai, and you know, has to learn how to live on his own after his parents die, and basically helps people. They put a little mailbox out called the Yokai mailbox or whatever, and they put a letter in it for Kitaro, and somehow it gets to him, and they know when he's coming. Is really good. But like I said, this one is multiple ones, so after that one, you can kind of read whatever you want. Just like Kitaro meets Nura Rignon. I'm probably saying some of these wrong. Kitaro's Strange Adventure. Then we have the Great Tanuki War. This is one that I think I like the best out of it because it's not just a bunch of small stories together. There's actually like 5 chapters for the Tanuki War. This one is Kitaro the Vampire Slayer. Also another good one that branches out. And then the next one I think is something zombie. It has a green figure on it if you haven't seen that yet. But it is a really good one too. Highly recommend it. So before we get to my last one, I have this one honorable mention. I have another one, but I'm not sure if they classify them as yokai exactly, so I didn't want to include it in this list. But I would say Kakaishi. Kakaishi is probably another one. I just didn't want to include it if we didn't know if they were classified as yokai or not. Pretty sure they are, but you never know. But this is one that comes highly recommended. Natsume's Book of Friends. This one is supposed to be spectacular. The artwork is spectacular for it. Like I said, highly recommended. I feel like almost everything is printed by Viz that I showed you. Maybe like one thing's not. But yeah, this is the honorable mention in this one with Kakaishi. Whether you view them as that or not. Then my number one ultimate favorite. This one is one that when I first read it, I loved it. It was taken aback, and had to figure out what I really liked about it. So, reading this one, even though it has some flaws in it, it is still by far one of my ultimate favorite manga that I feel is super underrated. Not a lot of people get to read it or get into it just because of when it was printed. It was kind of one of those weird times, but this one is really good. This one has 18 with it, but this is Moyo and Rosie's Bureau of Supernatural Investigation, or BSI as it's called. You can see the little sign hanging off up there, but it is Moyo and Rosie's BSI. Really good one. Highly recommend this one. You have basically Moyo, which is the little guy, and Rosie, and then kind of their assistant, this girl, and they go around and solve crimes that are done by yokai, and Moyo has to make pacts with them and figure out what to do with taking them out, if he has to kill them off or whatever. And the really cool thing about it is every time he does something or a yokai is doing something, there's always a certain sentence that you can give them, and because of that particular sentence, he uses different yokai to do that. And some of them are really cool, some of them are a little weird, but like I said, this is a great manga. Highly recommend it. If you've never read Moyo and Rosie's Bureau of Supernatural Investigation, highly recommend it. Like I said, super underrated, so probably not a lot of people have actually gone after this series. I've probably only seen one other person have it, but like I said, it is a gem to have in your collection. It is that good, especially for anybody that loves yokai, and it is one that I would say that is easy to get into, because it is one that is under 20 volumes. 20 volumes and under, I think, are easy series to get into. Super, very easy series are ones that are 10 or less, stuff like that. But it's not going to break your bank. I mean, obviously, because it is a old Shonen Jump Viz release. But it comes highly recommended. So, anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. You guys will like, subscribe, all that other good stuff, and hopefully I will have another video for you guys on something. Check out your Twitter, everything else. Twitter's probably where I'll do it for a poll, or tell me what kind of subgenre you would like to see later on. I'll see what manga I have and what I've read and everything else. Put honorable mentions in it, whatever, and you know, put down below what you liked on this, ones that you might be interested on. Hopefully I can get review videos out for those ones more. That is something in the works. And yeah, let me know what other subgenre you'd like though, and I will try and get that done shortly. And I will probably do 2 of them. I'll probably do a poll on ones that I want to do that interest me, maybe ones that are bigger that I can just kind of get out of the way. So anyway, give me ideas for those as well that you like down in the comments, and I will catch you all later. Bye.